Hey guys, Taylor again from Team Scrubout, here with my YCS Raleigh VIP winning deck. I went 7-1 at Top Deck Cards and Games with good old Kashtira. A couple of cards changed since my Columbus, Ohio list, and I'll try to go over them as we get to them. But before I get into the deck, I'll start with my shout-outs to my friend Colin, the cameraman behind the screen. Team Scrubout. Uh, my teammates Brandon, Andy, Pleiades. Shout out to all my One Piece boys, of course, Jeremy, Jordan, Jared, and all the guys at the Vault. Also, don't forget to check out our affiliate link for Rogue Energy, Chill, and for hydration. Code TSO at checkout for 10% off. And now all of that sellout stuff out the way, let's get into the deck. All right, so main deck, pretty standard. 3 Fenrir, 3 Unicorn. I'm still playing 3 Rise. I really like this card. It just lets you play the game more often than not. These are just main deck boss monsters most of the time, and they just get you to where you want to be playing this deck, searching everything. 1 Scareclaw. Somebody made a Baguska against me in the second round of Top Cut, and I just used Theosis to summon this out the Baguska and then kind of just snowball into a win. Ogre and Prep. I still really like this. If you resolve Dimension Shifter and you have access to like a Unicorn or Fenrir and Birth, you just like set up 4 monsters, this Birth, and you probably can win the game just by having enough big bodies on the field. I really like Ogre's effect because like in weird scenarios, if they hand trap you, you can like get knowledge of what their deck is playing if you start with this card. 3 Theosis. Some people say you can get away with 2. I really like drawing this. Also, I have a curse of if I ever side out one of this cards, I will draw 2 of it. It's happened to me 3 times now. 1 in the Swiss rounds of this VIP and 2 times at the Columbus Regional. So moving forward, the Secret Spice is never side this card out. 3 Birth. This deck is never going to get touched on the next ban list, cross our fingers. But if they do, like limiting this card would probably be the best hit because this card is genuinely unbelievable. 4 field spells, like no reason not to play it. You play into Droll, but like a lot less people are main decking Droll this format. Prosperity. I cut Desires this time around because I only activated it once at the regional, and while it was good, I was already winning that game. So I didn't feel the need to add that extra consistency, and adding in the additional hand traps actually really helped. And like using this card to see those hand traps or your extenders is just all you really need. Honestly, the hand trap, the reason to play the deck right now, this card is absurd. Frankly, it should be banned alongside Droll, Lancia, and all the other floodgates. Summon limit, you know, all those cards should have been touched on the list because like any sort of lingering hand trap effect is super strong, and generic floodgates in the game kind of counteract with what the game of Yu-Gi-Oh is trying to do, which is interaction. 3 Ash. I'm still playing it. It's just too good of a generic card to play, and I really want it versus Branded and Voiceless Voice. And like versus Rogue, like an Ash after setting up everything is just the icing on the cake. 3 Imperm, still like the bog standard hand trap here. And now here's where things change a little bit. I'm still playing 2 Bell. I think Bell in the main deck is really strong because a lot of people aren't main decking Bell. And like the Fire King matchup, even though they're playing cross out, a lot of times they don't have this in, so it can be really impactful, especially because you're playing a Kashtira deck. So like you need to resolve your special summon a lot of time because you only have 1 monster, and the rest of your hand could be like the hand traps that you drew to try to stop them. And the Princess Engrave alone can just completely end your turn, so this card is really important. I upped Moonlit Chill to 2 by cutting Call by the Grave. And this card stopping Witch, or surprisingly enough, in some weird like stun strategies, this can actually come up a lot to save you. I played against a Dynamorphia player, and summoning Rexterm on my turn is incredibly scary. And luckily, I opened both of these cards to stop his combo because he had Frenzy one turn, I cleared his board, then he had Frenzy again on the next turn, and this just let me play and win. And then the last 2 were 2 Effect Veiler. A lot of people do just play 3 of these, or they play Droll, and I just found that I wanted more ways to stop Snake Eye, Ash, Poplar, like the starters. So between Ash, Imperm, Veiler, and then like Moonlit Chill on the Diabella Star, I had a lot of ways to just stop their 1-card combos. Plus, it gave me 7 level 3 tuners to be able to normal summon to make Baron, because honestly, if you can make Baron on your end board, like if you open Birth or Theosis and make Baron, you're just going to win the game most of the time, because like having that extra pressure is just so incredibly and strong. Moving on to the side deck, Harpies and Cosmic. Before I was playing Lightning Storm, I just found that like being able to use this to out Floodgates in response to things were super impactful. And even though I play Prosperity, I cut Thrust because it wasn't as impactful as it was at the regional, and I wanted something that was generically good going first as well, and this can hit a lot of things, whether it's the Fire King Island or Floodgates, or in the mirror match Birth, some of the voiceless voice spells. So these were all very good to me. Card that I think I'm going to cut moving forward, but it's hard because Rescue Ace is still kind of in the format. It's evenly matched. I really like this card. Anytime I play a Prosperity deck, it's like so hard to not want to play a going second, like just board breaking strategy, because there's so many good generic cards in the game that break boards. Droplet, Talents, Evenly, Lightning Storm, all of those cards. And this card can be so good versus Voiceless Voice, Labyrinth, like anything that just puts up a wide board. The mirror match, this is also really strong, because if they don't make Baron, you're just going to resolve this and rip so much card advantage away from them. So, I don't know. I'm back and forth on this card, but I like it, but I think I may end up replacing it with Bestials, honestly, because I found myself really wanting Bestials versus the branded matchups. One more bell. This is the only other hand trap I side decked, because, again, I was playing more board breakers between Evenly and Talents. Talents, I sided in a lot less than what I wanted to, and frankly, I think this is another card that I could see myself cutting. As good as it is, like in the mirror match, it's absurd, but if I activate this card when I'm going first, I feel like I'm already winning the game, because I can probably play through the hand trap, or if they do hand trap me and I'm drawing 2, then I feel like I'm in such a losing position. So I'd rather just play a better, stronger card than this, whether it be Bestials or something else. I'm not exactly sure yet, but it's an all right card. I think it's better going first than going second, because if I resolve this going second, it's almost never actually winning me the game. And then 1 call by on the side just to go alongside the Talents to make my going first a little bit better. And then 3 summon limit, because this card is just game winning. Should probably be banned. Tokens, Field Center, shout out Nick. Thank you for giving this to me. My birthday gift like 6 years ago or something. Nibiru token, shout out TDT Gaming on Facebook. Shout out our boy Alex, miss you buddy. And 2 Sheepy tokens. I did not organize my extra deck because, you know, we're just like that. 1 Shang, you only need 1. 1 of this card, I make this a lot more than I probably should, but it's very, very good. The card that lets you do the combo with Heat Soul, still probably my favorite card. Plus, it outs skill drain, so I'm definitely not cutting this card. 1 of this guy, people still, I don't understand when they play this deck, they don't utilize this card properly. Using this to banish Theosis out of your graveyard when you activate the effect to pop a card and then add back something off the Theosis is like the main reason I play this card. Half the time it isn't just a pop, it's more to get back even more bodies and more recursion, so I love it. Big Eye, this in the mirror match, you just win. Zeus, you clear boards. There are scenarios where I make this, and this I make a lot less, because for some reason, when I simplify the game state, people don't go into their extra deck. So as much as I want to make it and try to swing for game, I can't a lot of the time. So Link Spider for the combo. Someone get me another ulti, please. The Crystal Heart to bring back the ulti spider every time. And then the 2 that you make either after it is the Heat Soul. And then you can climb into the Axis Code Talker if you're going second. I still play this card. I know some people cut it and play like the Harmonizer. That's the quick effect kind of graveyard interruption, which can be really, really strong. But I still love this going second. It's at the Columbus Regional, it won me like 4 games doing this combo. And at the VIP, it won me probably 3 games as well. You try to keep the Heat Soul up when you're going first to make an IP if you're not afraid of Nib, or you make the SP underneath it. This into this on your opponent's turn is super strong, especially if you just have everything else Kashtira-wise set up between Heat Soul draw into more hand traps, this into SP to rip a card, Birth to get rid of their graveyard. You've played such a wide board, and it's so much for them to get rid of. And Evenly is like honestly the only card I'm genuinely afraid of, because most everything else I can kind of play around, because this card tag out and like all your birth and prep are just recursion, so you don't lose to just one card. And then Baron, again, if you make this card, you're probably winning the game a lot of the time. Shout out Colin for trading me this card. But yeah, that's the deck, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. Team Scrubout, 2-round bye. Really excited for YCS Rally to head down there with the boys. They're going to be playing a lot of Edison, and I'm going to be playing in the main event. Going to try to bring some tops home for Team Scrubout. So until next time, guys. Peace.